Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Bianca Belair has sent out an urgent appeal after the latest edition of WWE Raw asking for help. The star was seemingly left with no other option. Adam Pearce declared that Bianca Belair would referee the title match between Rhea Ripley and CRYPTIC next week. The star was left feeling unsure about what to do and even appealed to Pearce that she knew nothing about being a referee, and what could she do to suddenly call a match between her two potential opponents for WrestleMania 41 down the middle. However, the EST of WWE was not given an option by the Raw general manager, and she was told that she had only a week to learn everything that it took to be a referee. Now Belair has taken to social media to send messages to WWE referees Stephanie Lachon and Jessica Carr. She sent them urgent appeals asking for their help. It seems that Bianca has no option but to be put through a crash course so she can be the official and call the match down the middle next week. If she makes a mistake, it will be her that suffers given the WrestleMania 41 repercussions it's bound to have. Belair also sent another personal appeal to Carr, unable to believe that she would have to officiate the Women's World Championship match, asking for help. You can check out the video of Belair asking Carr for assistance below. Next week we'll see if Bianca Belair can learn enough about officiating and call a blockbuster rematch between the two Raw superstars right down the middle. Given that she is the EST, fans will have to see if she can be the best referee as well. Help! Bianca Belair sends out urgent appeal after WWE Raw. The aftermath of a high-octane WWE Raw episode can be a whirlwind of emotions, both inside the squared circle and outside it. It is a place where rivalries are born, alliances shift, and the spotlight is unrelenting. But for Bianca Belair, the high-energy, unpredictable environment of WWE Raw has reached an alarming new level, and the superstar is reaching out for help. Bianca Belair, known for her incredible athleticism, strength, and the unshakable confidence that has made her one of the brightest stars in WWE, has become synonymous with excellence. Her remarkable career trajectory, from NXT standout to Raw Women's Champion to being a fan favorite, has made her a beacon of hope for many who follow her journey. But after one specific night on WWE Raw, everything changed for the EST of WWE. The night that changed everything. It was just another episode of WWE Raw, the kind where the energy was high, the crowd was buzzing, and the stakes were always enormous. Belair had just finished a thrilling match against one of the most formidable competitors on the Raw roster. She was about to step up to face her next challenge, another contender who was hungry for a shot at her title. But what happened after that match would leave Belair shaken to her core. A shocking turn of events unfolded in the final moments of the episode. As Belair celebrated her hard-fought victory, the lights went out. Silence enveloped the arena, and for a brief moment, the WWE Universe stood still in confusion. When the lights flickered back on, the sight that greeted fans was one they'd never expected. Standing in the center of the ring was not a member of the Raw Women's division, but a shadowy figure cloaked in darkness. The figure was shrouded in mystery, moving with such deliberate grace and poise that it was almost as if they were a manifestation of something more sinister. It was clear that this was not a friendly visit. The figure's eyes locked on Belair, and without saying a word, the tension in the arena was palpable. In that instant, Bianca Belair knew that her life, both inside and outside the ring, had just been irrevocably altered. This was no ordinary challenge, no regular feud. Something darker, more personal was at play. In the days following the shocking encounter, whispers began to spread. The mysterious figure was not just a random challenger. This was someone who had been targeting Belair for weeks, leaving cryptic messages and signs that only Belair seemed to notice. It became clear that this was not a new rivalry. It was the continuation of something far more dangerous. The appeal for help. Overwhelmed by the gravity of the situation, Bianca Belair made a rare move. She took to social media to send out a public appeal. The post was unlike anything her fans had ever seen from the usually self-assured and composed athlete. The words were stark, direct, and dripping with urgency. "I've been in this business a long time," Belair's post began. "I've fought the best, I've been through wars, and I've always come out on top. But tonight, I need help. There's something out there, something I can't quite explain, but it's coming after me. This is more than just a wrestling feud. This is personal. This is bigger than me, and I'm asking for help." Belair's appeal for help was not just a cry for assistance, but an invitation for her supporters, fellow superstars, and the entire WWE universe to rally behind her. Her words weren't just about fear. They were about solidarity, strength, and community. Bianca Belair had always been a symbol of empowerment, and now she was asking for that empowerment from others. The post quickly went viral, with WWE fans expressing their support in droves. Many speculated on who the mysterious figure might be, with theories running rampant across social media. Could it be a former foe seeking revenge? A new contender looking to make a name for themselves? Or was it someone far more dangerous? Someone who had been lurking in the shadows for far longer than anyone could have imagined. Belair's appeal sparked a wave of responses, not just from fans, but from some of WWE's top superstars as well. Fellow wrestlers reached out, offering their support, but also cautioning her about the dangers of what she was dealing with. It was clear that no one truly understood who or what had set its sights on Belair. But one thing was certain. She wasn't facing this battle alone, however. It was a response from a very unexpected source that would truly change everything for Bianca Belair. A figure who had been largely absent from the WWE spotlight in recent months. A woman whose legacy was intertwined with both brilliance and betrayal stepped forward to offer her help. A surprising ally? The unexpected message came through on Belair's phone late one night. She had just finished watching the latest Raw episode, feeling a mix of frustration and confusion, when her phone buzzed with a new notification. It was a private message from none other than Charlotte Flair. The message was simple, direct, and to the point. "I know what you're dealing with, and I know you can't do this alone. Meet me in the parking lot after tomorrow's Raw." Bianca Belair was stunned. Charlotte Flair, one of her biggest rivals, offering help. In all the years they had shared the ring, they had exchanged brutal words and even more brutal moves. But the message from Charlotte was different. There was no rivalry here, no animosity, only an understanding of the greater threat that had emerged. Belair wasn't sure what to make of the message at first. Could she really trust Charlotte? Could this seemingly unlikely alliance be the key to unlocking the mystery of her tormentor? Despite her reservations, Belair knew she had little choice. The enemy she faced was more dangerous than any opponent she had encountered in her career. If Charlotte Flair was offering help, it would be unwise to turn it down. The two women met as planned, away from the cameras and the prying eyes of the WWE universe. In the shadows of the parking lot, Charlotte spoke openly about the threats she had faced during her own career, threats that went beyond just wrestling. She talked about the dark side of WWE, the hidden forces that manipulated people, used them, and discarded them when they were no longer useful. It became clear to Belair that this wasn't just a fight for a championship or personal glory. This was a fight for survival. Charlotte shared her insights into the person or force that seemed to be targeting Belair. "This is bigger than anything either of us has dealt with," Charlotte warned. "I know what it feels like to be under the microscope, to be constantly attacked by forces you can't control. You need to be ready for anything." With that, the two women forged an unexpected alliance. They agreed to work together to uncover the identity of the mysterious figure and put an end to the threats that were closing in on Belair. It was clear that they were both facing something much more dangerous than they had ever imagined. The road ahead. In the weeks that followed, Bianca Belair and Charlotte Flair began to team up, not just to defeat their common enemy, but to prepare for a fight that was unlike anything WWE had ever seen. They were no longer just competitors. They were partners, united by a shared goal, to bring down the person or entity that threatened everything they had worked for. As they pieced together the clues, they discovered something far more unsettling than they could have imagined. The mysterious figure wasn't just one person. It was part of something much larger, an underground faction within WWE that had been operating in the shadows for years. This faction, led by a figure known only as the Architect, had been orchestrating chaos throughout the WWE universe, using its influence to manipulate and control key events. The Architect's plan was simple: create division, distrust, and chaos within the WWE roster, all while staying hidden in the background. It was a game of psychological warfare, and Belair had unknowingly become its primary target. The stakes were now higher than ever. Bianca Belair and Charlotte Flair knew that they had to fight not just for their titles or their legacies, but for the future of WWE itself. They would need to rally other superstars, form alliances, and expose the Architect for the manipulative force it was. But even with all their strength and determination, Bianca Belair's plea for help had made one thing clear: no one was truly safe. The darkness that had taken root in WWE was far more dangerous than anyone had ever realized. And as the weeks passed, it became increasingly evident that Bianca's fight was far from over. The WWE Universe was about to witness a battle that transcended titles, rivalries, and personal vendettas. It was a fight for survival, a fight that would leave everything on the line. And in the end, only one thing was certain: Bianca Belair and Charlotte Flair weren't just fighting to protect their careers, they were fighting to protect the very soul of WWE. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.